Hi everyone, welcome to Eve Talk. I am your host, delonewolf, and welcome to Jita this time. This is my alt. He's stationed in Jita, and I occasionally use him to check out some of the prices compared to other trade hubs where my main is at that time, like the Dixie or Amar. And let's head into the Kaldari captain's quarters this time. Obviously, since we're in the middle of Kaldari space, my alt is Kaldari as well, and he's in Jita, so that makes sense. My main is otherwise engaged. You guys should find out about that soon enough. So let's get in on the couch and have a quick look at the markets. Market tab. Let's start with the usual. Now I don't have any minerals or stuff like that right here in Jita on this alt, so I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Look for titanium. Maybe I'll make the window a little bit smaller so it's a little easier for me to work with. And let's have a look at price history in Jita for titanium. So a 3-month chart, we can see it started up at 4.5 ISK, then it went up above 6, and right now it's been floating above 6 ISK again. And on the data points, there's even a slight uptrend in the last few days, 2 weeks as well. So yeah, titanium still holding well above 6 ISK in the last, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks or so. So that's still going well for the manufacturers and for the miners that dare to go out there. Let's have a look at pyrite. Is that no? There's an E in there somewhere. I think it's like this. Yeah, here we go. That chart starts off around 5 ISK, and again that same rise, but right here at the tail end you can see it's heading slowly towards 10 ISK. So there does seem to be an effect on the mineral market at the moment that's causing some rises. Last week or 2 weeks ago, titanium was not on an uptrend, and now there's a slight one, and pyrite is still on it. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in the station sellers. 9.55, buyers 9.30. So that's pretty small margin in between them and an upward trend, so could definitely be a trend. What is the last one? Was it Mexalon that I usually check? That's quite a different graph in the last 3 months. So starting out around 57 almost, going down to 52, and then now it's back up a little, maybe 55, something like that. So I guess that's the tier 3 speculation that overdid it a little bit. Let's have a look at the 6-month chart. Yeah, it's probably the introduction of the tier 3 battle cruisers that has caused Mexalon to rise a bit above what its normal top should have been. So there was a slight correction, and then here now we are back on an uptrend again though. So that's pretty interesting. Let's have a quick look at what's going on in the station. 55.50 for the sellers and 53.32 for the buyers. So again, pretty low margins in between them, and currently I'd say a slight uptrend. I'd have to do a bit of research to find out what it is. Could be the continued bounties from the goons on hulks, but I'm not sure if that's really the main effect. Maybe it's a long-term effect of the new drone drops, and that people have begun to come to the end of their stocks, and so now we're on an uptrend. That's a possibility as well. One that I forgot, of course, since there's a bounty on the Hulk. Let's check out the Hulk price. Well, sharp rise 1.5 months ago, pretty much halfway. So yeah, that's Hulkageddon speculation, and then right here correction. So people seems to have overestimated the effect of Hulkageddon a bit. It went from below 220 to above 310 million, and now it's settled around 260. That's over the course of 3 months. Could be if you go from the first data point to the last one, could be pretty much following the mineral prices, and then probably also the moon mineral stuff that is now in cartel by a few of the alliances. So it could be a pretty normal one with a big speculative bubble here. So with some Hulk trading, that would have been an opportunity 1.5 months ago. So that's something to keep in mind when they're announcing the next Hulkageddon. I myself am of course in the Talos production. I managed to make a new blueprint copy, 25 material efficiency. And that downtrend is still continuing a bit. It's holding at around 80 million for one talos. Let me see. Well, the mineral prices are rising, so they're probably pushing on the margins a little bit at the moment. But I think that there's still money to be made here. In fact, the sellers in station are still at 82 million almost. So 81.5 is still probably a price you can get for your talos, so probably still a good production at the moment. The plex, I think Cheetah is obviously going to be the main market for the plexes, so that's always pretty interesting to get a general feel of the economy, going at around 478 to 480, something like that. Let's have a look at price history. Yeah, we do see a correction in plex prices. So a lot of people had been complaining about how plex prices kept rising and rising. My guess is there was a rise here in the first part of the chart. That's speculation and preparation for Inferno, and then right now we're starting to see this summer effect that I've talked about a few months ago. So that came a bit later than I expected, but where people are slowly starting to drop their activity and going outside a bit more, and so there is a downward trend in plexes at the moment, back to around 480 where it was 3 months ago. So I guess that's pretty good for those people that want to pay their accounts with plexes. Although 480 million is still quite a lot compared to what it was last year. That could be interesting as well, I think. Let's have on the 1 year chart. Yeah, compared to a year ago we were under 400, so yeah, that's still a significant rise though. But we can see that it's not a one-way trip to the moon. There are some market forces that are working for the plexes as well, and right now there's a small downtrend, so it could be a good idea to buy a few plex if you want to. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this EVE talk. I'll see you guys next time.